Alright, so this is going to be how I personally was able to beat Artifact Material Raid Stage 18. I gotta make sure I have Power of Dominance off. And it's this stage. Stage 17 is so much easier than Stage 18. It's a very big power gap, and I was struggling very hard in this stage. But I finally managed to get something to work, although it is very precise and a horrible strategy. If you have any good fighters like Thilitu or Arrogance, or even Valkyra, this stage is so much easier in like every way, more or less. I made it a lot harder on myself. So I'm running Dagna in an Invigoration set. She doesn't need any stats at all. This is purely just to buff Silas, who will be my main damage, as the rest of my damage are not as great as they should be. Olag, you have to have him max skilled on his passive. I have the Norse Will to heal whenever shield is down. You need that, or a different artifact that helps him live. I have random stats with main stat HP, with substat main stat HP bonus, and HP on the substat. I have about 83,000 HP and about 5.5k defense. This set just to get that defense up a little bit, which really helped me push through this. I do have him A1. I use a soulstone for this. Increase the strength of his shields. And then I also am running Wrath A5. The A5 does not matter because I did not build him well. He's there for a little bit of to get a little bit of attack in, and he needs more HP. If he had more HP, he would live, but he dies very early on and barely does anything, so you could probably replace him, honestly. Falcia, I have her built very specifically so that when the Norse Will shield goes up, she's able to survive on a sliver. So her HP is fairly high. She's built for guild boss, roughly. Her build's all over the place. I gotta fix it sometime. But yeah, just normal stats. I am using Abomination. I do need him very high on HP, because what I am doing is I'm gonna be having him ult right before the first slam that the boss does, and he will be able to tank it without triggering his passive. His passive is over here. He gets invulnerability, but I don't have it fully skilled, so he doesn't get it back. So he needs to be able to tank very early on. I have Silas. I have Vierna, so he gets a lot stronger with the Vaughn skill. He's almost fully skilled. Artifact, this is all I have. Bloodbond, Signet. Another messenger would be better, but I don't have it. He's built pretty well. Decent gear set. And yeah, Venoma does not need anything. You're never going to use her in this fight. I do have Regulus. He's built fairly tanky in order to survive a little bit. I'm placing him in the top left, as you will see pretty shortly. And then I am using Baron. He's level 25. He has terrible gear. You don't need a build. You just have to have him fully skilled on his unyielding. And then Decimus. Decimus is more like for the end. He's not as necessary. Yeah. This is possibly like the worst strategy you could do. I do Silas immediately, followed by his ult as soon as possible. As soon as he shoots one time, I'm going to place down Abomination to get his ult up at the right time. And this is very precise. You have to have it so that Olag is placed pretty precisely so he doesn't die. Because if he gets attacked too early, he does die, which causes a lot of issues. And then Dagna for the Invig on Silas. Pull her back. And now we wait for the first slam. So after the first slam, when these minions come in, we're going to have to use Falcia at the third slam right here. Boom, Falcia. She will survive the next slam. Barely. I use her ult to get it so she can attack the enemies on the right because we don't want her losing too much HP. And then we have to be careful to use Silas as soon as possible. So I'm going to be spamming that. And he's going. and we just kind of let it go. I'm gonna place Regulus to get his ultimate up. I do have a block artifact on him, so we can tank 4 enemies, which is very important, as you'll see later. And we just kind of do as much damage as we can. We get him down to around 20%. Here, it's going to kill Wrath. With more HP, he would survive, but Falcia is alive, which is the main thing, so that she can deal with the side. So as you can see, there are enemies up here. If you had Valkyria or any long range, you could attack down the lane. I don't have that, unfortunately. Here I wait for them to merge, and then I use Regulus, and then I also use Baron over here. Abomination will get his permanent ult, which is great, and Silas is very close to his. We're hoping that Falcia is able to kill these guys before she dies, so that we can place Decimus to just stall a little bit longer. Use Silas as soon as possible. The minions are coming up. It's kind of rough over here, but we're hoping for the best. We put down Decimus, push him away, and then we do this just to try to delay it a little bit longer. And there we go. As you can see, the minions are very close to healing the boss up to about 50%, and then Olag will instantly die. So that's my strategy. As you can see, it is horrible. It's down to the wire, but it worked for me. So something similar could probably work for you, but there are so many easier ways to do it. Maybe if I get better fighters, I'll try it again with a more accessible sort of build that you guys can take note of, but this is just how I beat it, and I'm pretty proud of finally being able to do it. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Ciao.